Hi, how are you today? So in making our liquid soap, the first ingredient we'll be using is the sodium lauryl sulfate. This is the major foaming agent in this production. The second ingredient I have here is soda ash to help me remove stains from clothing and from plates and surfaces. I'm also using a thickener, not a soap. Okay, no, sorry, this is STTP to soften the water, to soften hard water, and then this one is nitrosol. Nitrosol will help to thicken the soap. Here I have my fragrance and I have lavender and apple that I will be using. This one is Lapsa, linear alkyl benzene sulfonic acid, and then the next one will be glycerin. So in 3 liters of water, I would add my soda ash, stir properly before I add the other one, the STTP. I'll make sure I stir it properly so that it will dissolve. Do not add another ingredient into this solution until it has dissolved. We are making 10 liters of liquid soap. Usually, because this is a high foaming soap, if you are making 10 liters, you should be using a 20-liter bucket. But I just want to use this particular bucket so that you can see what I am producing. This is a transparent bucket. I want you to be able to see what I'm producing. Okay, I'm adding a little bit of sodium hydroxide. It is optional. You don't need to add this. I like to add this for the extra alkalinity that it gives to the soap. So just keep stirring and then keep it aside. In another bowl, 3-liter bowl again, I'm going to add the SLS powder. This one I have is already grounded. It's a grounded SLS. I don't really like using this one because it's hard to dissolve. It took me a long time to dissolve this particular SLS powder, the grounded one. I prefer to use it for other types of production, not for liquid soap production. Sorry, I made a little bit of mess here, but that's fine. At least I got everything out. So I'm going to dissolve this SLS powder and make sure it is completely dissolved before I add it into the bucket. So here's me trying to dissolve it before adding it into the bucket. I was not patient enough because I needed to get this video done. So I didn't wait for everything to dissolve completely. There was still a little bit of particles, but those ones will definitely dissolve after the soap has been made. Remember to use your PPEs when you are producing. Use your nose mask, wear your gloves. So I'll leave this for a while to dissolve. I've come back, it has dissolved at least about 90 something percent, let's say 95% dissolved. Then I'll add it into the bucket. Okay, first of all, I want to add the thickener. That's the thickener nitrosol that I'm adding into the liquid. I like to add my thickener before adding the SLS. It helps the whole thing to dissolve and disperse properly. So I'm adding my thickener, and then by the time I add the SLS solution, everything will become thick and slurry. So I'm adding the SLS solution right now. You see, when I start stirring it, it will become thick. You can see from the bucket that there's still a little bit of SLS that did not dissolve, but they will all dissolve eventually. See, it's already getting thick. The good thing I like about nitrosol is it doesn't thicken up so fast. It gives you a little bit of room space to be able to stir properly, so it doesn't leave clumps, unlike antisol. Now I'm adding the Lapsa. This Lapsa is a detergent. It's a very strong detergent, high foaming capability and high oil removing capability. I'm adding it. This is one reason why you must use a bigger bowl. You will see that my formulation will double in size in this bucket. That's why you see I'm not using the whole 10 liters at once. It will double in size because of this Lapsa. Because of the foaming capability, everything will begin to foam up. So I like to use a big bucket when mixing. So if you are making this 10-liter solution, use a 20-liter or 30-liter bucket or drum to produce. Do not use this type because it will cause you to keep adding your liquid in bits. So I'm going to leave it for a while to be able to let the foam come down a little. But before then, I'll add my color and also the fragrance. I'll add the color and the fragrance, then I'll leave it for a while. I'm adding 2 fragrance. I just like to combine lavender and apple together. So, but make sure you don't use too much perfume. Don't use too much perfume. You don't want your dishes to start smelling of strong perfume. Nobody wants to eat with lavender. So I'm adding the glycerin. I don't add much glycerin because, well, it tends to make it a bit watery. It reduces the thickening capability of the soap, so I don't add too much glycerin. So I'm going to stir it up properly and then leave it for a while. You see, the thing is almost filled to the brim. I've not even added enough water. Right now, what I have here is 9 liters of water. I added them 333, if you can remember. So I have 9 liters of water. I still have 1 more liter to make it up to 10 liters. So I'll just keep stirring until I'm satisfied, that I've mixed it properly. You can see my hands is even touching the liquid because I'm supposed to use a big bucket and a longer stick. So at least you have an idea, you know what to do. So here's the soap. After some time, you can see the lather has come down. It's very thick. I will still add the 1 liter. I've not yet added the 1 liter of extra water, but I've added it here. And here you go. Let me test a little so that you can see the powerful lather that it gives. Very powerful lather. What is working is working well. So if you're really going to make something like this to sell, make it this way so that your customers will be happy. People who are using the soap, they'll be very happy when using it. It lathers so well, cleans very well. If you need to wash your dishes, everything, you enjoy washing the dishes and the clothes because of the lather. So this is it in the night. Later on, I came to check on it and you can see all the lather has gone out. There's no foam anymore and it still lathers very well. Very powerful liquid soap. I packaged mine here. This is what I use for washing my hands. I also have other packages I use if I'm using. So just package it any way you like and any way it will be easy for you to use or sell.